It's not morphin time. What? It's anime time. Yeah, sorry, change of schedule. I'm gonna continue the Power Rangers line. Don't worry, don't fret. I will still have a look at each and every Power Ranger of the S.H.Figuarts line, but I just got this and I really wanted to open this and I really wanted to pose it and I want to have a look at it. It's Ranma time, I guess, anime time. It's Akane Tendo from the Bandai S.H.Figuarts Tamashii Nations. All these logos. Shop Pro 40. I don't even know what that is. Bandai Collector Shop. I think there was another web shop exclusive in Japan. Anyhow, it is Akane Tendo from Ranma. As far as the box goes, fairly simple style with the nice blue. I like the comic panels. I mean the manga panels they have in the back. That's fine. It is the short-haired version, for the record. I mean, she had short hair for like 90% or even more of the manga anime. Whatever you want to call it. I'm more of a fan of the longer hair, but whatever. This is the main design. So there you go. Let's have a look at her. Okay, first and foremost, gonna have a look at the size. She stands at 13 centimeters, so she is a little bit smaller, which is good, which is fine. Should be alright. Have a look at the fine detail going on. So the hair is nicely sculpted. There is some shading going on. There's a bit of a line going down there, but I don't really see. I mean, it is darker down there. Also, it is okay. So we got some shading. It is kind of meh. I don't know. There's some of it. There's like less of it. It's just kind of like smeared over it a little bit. Not the greatest, but it is there, I guess. The anime eyes are well done. Is it anime or is it manga? Somebody once pointed it out that I think Figma does like more manga-oriented stuff, and S.H.Figuarts does more anime-oriented stuff. So I don't know. You can debate about this, if this is more manga or anime-like. And sometimes I say manga, sometimes I say manga. I realize that. I don't know. It's an eternal struggle. There's not really anything else going on in the sculpt, because there's not really anything else in the model. There's not anything else in the design going on other than some wrinkles in the arm, and everything else is plain. There's no shading, and I'm fine with that. I mean, when it's like an anime or a manga figure, that's fine. I'm okay with that. It should be more bright. It should be more colorful. Getting to the articulation. First of all, the head is on the ball with a cut ball joint, basically. So you go back and forth, you go all around, and you have a lot of room, because you can tell down there, goes down nicely. Back, gets blocked by the hair. It's still molded outside and it looks good, and you still get a decent amount of it. Has no neck articulation at all, which is already a bummer, but there's some more of that. We have another cut ball joint in the shoulder, which is fine as far as articulation goes. It goes up, and there's a problem. I wanted to keep that for last. I wanted to show you the articulation first and keep that for last. Yeah, the range of it is pretty bad, because of they just pack that in there. There's no this thing in the torso, in the chest, doesn't rotate at all. So you don't get any back and forth motion, and you have a bit of an ugly gap over there, which isn't covered at all, no matter how you move her around. And the ball joint just sticking out over there isn't great either. So there you go. It doesn't get the best motion also. Let's see. Does it go up without... Yeah. Okay, it does go up without going out, but you have to push it in and you have to push it up to even get there. Which is not the worst thing, but anyway, you can rotate it around and it goes off again. But you can rotate it around, of course. You have no swivel in the bicep. You can rotate it around at the elbow, but you're just breaking up the sculpt. So it works, it's there, but it's not great. You basically have the same cut ball joint in the elbow, so it's like, did they have too many cut ball joints? So they're just like, oh, let's stuff it all in here. Hand moves around on a cut ball joint. What else? So back and forth. It's still good. Probably the best motion so far, which is kind of sad. At the torso, she rotates around nicely. Goes back, goes forward. That's alright. And down at the dress, of course, you have panties, perv mode. You have some room over there. And the panties are floating, but you get crazy motion out of it, basically. And as you can tell, yes, the dress is soft, yes, it is cut in the middle over here, so you get the articulation. But yeah, you can rotate the entire torso area, the crotch part, you can bring that all the way forward with the legs, no problem, and you have the panties that just kind of float over there, and goes back, and goes out to the side, and it rotates around. At the thigh, you have the double hinge knees. Don't go all the way. They don't look terrible though. They don't have a big gap. It's the same ball, just. And you have the foot, which doesn't have a toe hinge also, but it has an ankle rocker. Well, it's not an ankle rocker. It's the same joint with two pegs. It's pegged in here. It's pegged in there, so it can rotate. It still rotates around. I mean, it still basically gets the job done, but it's not a full-fledged ankle rocker. And there you go, articulation. Accessories! First you got your pig Ryoga, which is not super clean in the eyes. I don't know how well you can see that on the camera. But other than that, he's a nice accessory, nice addition. You have her school bag, what do you call that? School pouch. Dropper keeper! That's not it, that's definitely not it. But yeah, nice metallic around the handle and the lock. You got the hammer. Hammer time! Can't touch this. Da, 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 da. It's a plain hammer, but it's cool. And it's actually pretty heavy, so it's like, I don't know how well it goes for posing her with it. But you got something for that. We have a stand, spoilers. You have faces. You have the angry face with the mouth open. You have the happy face with the mouth open and the eyes closed. And then you got like more the annoyed face with the sweat or whatever you call this one, the tear. It's not a tear, she's not crying. And you just kind of looking to the side face. And we got hands. You got two holding hands for the hammer. You got some open hands or just grab hands, just like grabbing for something, you know. You got some fist hands and you got some, I don't know, heavy metal. It's not heavy metal. It's basically when they're getting hit and they're flying away, they always used to make that hand sign. Team Rocket flies off again. And you got her own personalized base, like with all the Ranma figures. Of course, Akane comes with one as well. And it's gonna do it for Akane Tendo, S.H.Figuarts. Final thoughts, what do I think about this figure? Not a must-have. I don't know. I'm really on the fence of this one. I think it's a cool figure. I think she looks cool, and the fact that they're continuing the Ranma line, I like. Please keep it up, S.H.Figuarts. On the flip side, though, this is another one of these cases where I'm just like, I'm happy to add this to my collection, but I'm not happy with the way the articulation is done, first of all. You got no neck articulation, you got the weird ball in the shoulder over here, which is not good. It's just the way it's sculpted also with all the gaps over here. I mean, it's cool for the articulation, but it's really, this is really putting me off. Still, it retains a good look, it has cool stuff, comes with a hammer and a base and all that. I also wish you had something to kind of hold him onto her. Like I had them in a pose earlier, but it's not something that really holds up. Like I don't know, maybe make a peg hole over there, something to hold him, or something to put him on the base, just sit him on the shoulder. If you had something to put on a shoulder, but you don't. This is a cool figure. This is a nice addition to your Ranma collection, but it's not a must-have. It's definitely nothing that's mind-blowing amazing. It's actually something where they made some weird choices, some choices I don't agree with. And if you're not a completionist for the Ranma series, I do not recommend this one. And there you go. And that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, feel free to hit it up with a like. And subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever Akane Tendo wants. Whee!